Hi everyone, this is Jenny, and we're going to be doing a 65-minute Yin Yoga sequence today. So I'll invite you to find child's pose, and with our Yin Yoga, we're going to be holding our postures anywhere from 3 minutes, maybe a little bit longer on occasion, to 1 minute in length. And we're just going to be focusing a little deeper on the emotional and energetic layers of our body. This practice is meant to reduce anxiety, stress, tension, frustration, and sadness. I know I injured my back last week when the weather was really nice. I tried to get a few too many things done and really hurt my back a bit. So I know this practice has helped me to feel much better. I think I've been holding a lot of tension in my hips and lower back as well. So I hope it can do the same for you. So within this child's pose, your knees can be wide, and just pushing your glutes back towards your heels, maybe just rolling your forehead along the mat. So just kind of rolling back and forth, just giving your forehead a little massage there. You can see I have blocks, which I'm just using to kind of increase the stretch into my back by reaching with the blocks there. I can kind of let my armpits sink a little bit more towards the floor, and just looking for that length through the spine, that length down the back. Good. It's just an invitation to move past the surface and target a deeper stretch, deeper muscles. Good. So now I'm moving forward. We want to move very slowly between postures. So I'm coming into Sphinx pose here. So finding Sphinx pose, your forearms are resting on the mat. Elbows are directly beneath the shoulders. We have this gentle back bend, the legs are extended, and just moving organically within this posture. So you can just kind of roll your head side to side, or drop your chin to your chest. Maybe lift your gaze. Perhaps take your chin towards your shoulder on each side. Maybe pushing the right shoulder forward, dropping the left shoulder back, and taking your gaze in that direction down towards your left foot. Good. And then doing the same on the opposite side. So you could take your chin to your right shoulder, pushing that left shoulder forward, dropping right shoulder back, taking your gaze down to your right foot. Just kind of moving the shoulders around, making sure your shoulders are relaxed. Good. Just doing what feels good for your body. Holding this posture. And so to start, I kind of focus on the songs to help me stay in the posture. But you'll find as you move through this practice, now we're going to move back, finding that child's pose again. So now I'm just stretching my hands long, maybe tenting the fingers, making starfish hands. And perhaps beginning to think about the breath here, and really maybe taking 3-part breaths so you feel that expansion of your belly, your rib cage, your chest with your inhale, And the collapse towards spine of chest, rib cage, belly on exhale. That can help you really expand into your intracostal muscles, the little muscles between your ribs. That can feel really nice to expand your breath in that way. Good. But as I was saying, I kind of focus on the songs to help me stay in the posture. Good. Moving back up here, we're coming towards tabletop. And so we're just going to move gently, very slowly, just taking slow cat-cow. So maybe dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Good. And then rounding the spine. Good. Dropping the gaze towards the belly. Good. And so moving in the way that feels good for your body. Nice and slow here. Inhaling and exhaling. Really, we're looking throughout this practice to find a natural breath. You can begin to add a little circle to this if you like. Good. If you want to just roll out the hips a little bit within your cat-cow. Good. Finding that stretch for the outer hips. Maybe lifting the right leg, dropping it, crossing it over behind, taking your gaze over your left shoulder towards that right foot. So you find a little side body stretch there. Good. Maybe lifting the left leg, taking your gaze over right shoulder, finding that left side body stretch there. This feels really nice. Good. Coming back through middle. But if you can stay with this practice, you may find that you begin to lose yourself in the postures. It can be a meditation, can be a prayer, can be a focus on an intention. For me today, as I was moving through these poses, to start, I was, focused on the music, but as I moved along, I just found myself just going into prayer. Good. Then finding that stretch again, extending right leg across, taking your gaze over the left shoulder, finding that right side body stretch. Nice. Bringing that leg back in. We'll do that again. Extending the left leg, crossing it over, gaze over right shoulder. Good. Nice. Good. And so here, we're going to begin, we'll start on the right side. So we're going to bring the right knee forward. We're going to come into lizard pose, sleeping lizard here. So we're looking for that 90-degree angle. The right knee is right over the right ankle. The left leg is stretched behind. Good. We really have that back knee pushed back, so we're finding that stretch into hip flexors on that left side, right hamstrings. And so you can see I have a couple blocks there. You can use blocks if you have them at home, or maybe a couple big books. Good. And just finding your place where you can relax into this posture. As much as you may be feeling tension in the places where we're looking for that stretch, we're using the blocks so you can kind of relax your upper body. And some people, I know a lot of my divers and quite a few people in yoga class can just get down to the floor within this. They can have their elbows right down on the floor. But it's fine, whatever is accessible for you, using the blocks. Good. And so we're going to stay with this right side. We're going to add a little twist to this. So taking your right hand to your right thigh, maybe resting your left hand on the block, we're just going to roll onto the outer edge of that right foot and just find that little bit of twist within this posture. So again, we're holding that stretch, but we're adding a little bit of adductor stretch now on that right side for the inner thigh. Stretching into the outer hip over there as we open that up a little bit. This may be difficult for you to see. I know in a minute here I'm going to turn to the other end of the mat so you can see this stretch a little bit better. But it's just opening that right leg a little bit. Good. So from here, we're going to walk the right foot across the mat. So we're going to come into sleeping pigeon, but let your right knee decide what you're going to do here. Maybe you'd like to use the block to kind of prop your right glute so that your hips can stay forward. But even if you'd like to just kind of roll over onto that right side a bit, that's perfectly fine. We're looking for the stretch through the right outer hip. If this bothers your right knee, I'd ask you not to take this posture. Maybe bringing the right foot closer to your left leg could help that. But if it bothers your knee too much, just go ahead and lay on your belly. We're going to get into our hips on both sides again later. If you can take this sleeping pigeon, I'd invite you to do so. It's just a really, it's a great stretch. We hold a lot of tension in our hips, a lot of trauma in our hips and lower back, even grief, it is said. So I find this posture to be a really nice release, even as much as it physically is not easy. And I have to find that that I really have to think about my breath. So I'm just switching sides here to show you can stay within that pigeon stretch, just to give another angle here at how this looks from the other side. Good. But again, trying to relax the shoulders, relax the upper body, relax the jaw, ease the breath within that pigeon pose. So we're taking half tree frog now. We just kind of switch that knee. So now it's outside the body. And we're just going to curl our upper body towards that bent knee. So this is just a completely relaxing stretch. It's a beautiful release for the lower back. I'd invite you to just close your eyes. Hold your breathe. And again, a reminder to move as effortlessly as possible in and out of our postures. Breathe through your nose as naturally as you can throughout this practice, to try to bring our body to a state of rest, to ensure that our body stays in that state of rest. Noticing your breath here. So again, moving gently, we'll begin to move away from this tree frog. Just coming to your belly, resting your chin or your forehead on your hands. You can bend your knees there and just kind of windshield wiper your lower legs. Nice. Good. And we're going to come to our belly. You're going to reach your left arm just straight out from your body. You're placing your right hand in front of your face, flat on the mat, as you push up onto your side. So you're finding that stretch through your left shoulder, your upper back. And then if it's accessible, you can either leave your right hand right there on the mat in front of your face, pushing yourself up to your side, or you can reach for your right foot and add a quadricep stretch, hip flexor stretch to this upper body stretch. So grabbing that right foot, pulling it towards your glute, trying to keep the knee in line with the hip on that right side, so we're not straining our knee in any way. And that bottom leg can be extended, or if you want to bend even the knee on that bottom, on the left leg, you can do that. So the left arm is perpendicular, straight out from the body. Good. Then we're going to drop right back through to our belly, moving slowly. Good. Again, take a little windshield wiper movement with the lower legs, releasing the back. Good. From here, we'll gently, slowly lift back towards our tabletop posture. Good. And just again, finding that organic movement there. Maybe taking cat-cow. Maybe moving the hips side to side or in small circles. Breathing. Noticing your breath. Maybe noticing how your right side body feels compared to your left. Since we have had those deep stretches through the right side. Nice, maybe lifting that right leg, crossing it back behind the left. Taking the gaze over the left shoulder, finding that right side body stretch. Good, back through middle. Left leg lifts and crosses over. Taking the gaze over right shoulder. Finding the left side body stretch. Good. So gathering the props that you need, now we'll begin to move to our left side. So go ahead and bring that left leg forward. Knee is right over the ankle on the left side. Right knee is pushed behind. So we're coming into that deep hip flexor stretch on that right side. Good. Nice. And then using blocks or books, whatever you have handy, if needed, to kind of prop yourself, to find just a way to relax your upper body as you're deepening this stretch for the lower body. Good. Good, into hamstrings on that left side. Right side hip flexors, the psoas, quadricep even. Holding their breathing. Trying to relax the jaw. Remember to drink a lot of water after your yin sequence today. It's kind of like a deep tissue massage. So drinking water can help you flush toxins from your body. So now we're going to roll onto the outer edge of that left foot, kind of pushing that left thigh open, taking the hand to the left hand to left thigh. Good. Taking your gaze over that left shoulder. Nice, just deepening that stretch into left outer hip and inner thigh. Breathing there. Sometimes when we're in uncomfortable postures and holding them, our breath can become a little jagged. We can hold our breath a bit. So just try to breathe into the posture. Slow your breath down. Remember that discomfort is often necessary for healing. So stay with it. Stay with the discomfort. Good. So now we're going to walk that left foot. And again, discomfort is not pain. I mean, it's kind of that edge of pain, I guess. So let's come into sleeping pigeon. Again, if this bothers your left knee, please, we will stretch into the hip later in our practice. Couple more opportunities to do so you could just take this time to lay on your belly or take a stretch that feels good for you. If your left knee tolerates this all right, then I'll invite you to go ahead and just drop into that sleeping pigeon. Finding that just very deep stretch for outer hip on that left side. Good. Breathing into that. Slowing the breath. Relaxing the jaw. Breathing into this discomfort. That edge. That's where we grow. That's where we heal. So much of our life experience is stored in our hips and lower backs, hamstrings. Good. Stretching that out. So slowly moving We're taking that left leg now outside. Good. Outside of our chest. And just kind of curling the upper body towards that left leg. Right leg is just extended down on the mat. This is just complete relaxation, this half tree frog pose. So enjoy it. Enjoy the release for the lower back. Yin Yoga allows the mind to rest. It can produce a dreamlike quality to our thoughts, which can help promote purpose and clarity of purpose. And again, we can use this time in meditation, and prayer. Gently stretch that left leg back behind, coming to the belly. Go ahead and rest the forearm down on the hands. Bending the knees, we'll windshield wiper the lower legs once again. And so from here, we're going to extend the right leg, or right hand now, wide, straight out from the body. So the right arm is extended, perpendicular from the shoulder, straight out. We're using our left hand to push up onto our right hip. And then go ahead and, if it's accessible, using your left hand to reach for the left foot. Finding a stretch here for the quadricep, hip flexors on that left side, keeping the knee in line with the hip. So we have that nice stretch through the shoulder, the upper back, with the extension of that right arm. And then the stretch for the quadricep. And again, adjusting that lower leg, that right leg. If you need to bend the knee, just finding the place that's comfortable for you within the stretching. Nice. Gently releasing the leg. Good. Coming back towards the belly. Good. I'm going to take the knees. We'll rest our head down and windshield wiper the knees. Windshield wiper the lower legs again, bending the knees. Good. And then we'll begin to push ourselves gently, slowly. Good. Back towards child's pose again. Knees can be wide. Pushing back. Wow, noticing how the body feels now compared to when we started today. Breathing there, maybe returning to that 3-part breath, feeling that expansion through belly, rib cage, chest with the big inhale, nice slow inhale, the collapse of chest, rib cage, belly towards your spine with your exhale. Hands are walked along. Perhaps you'd like to rest them back by your legs. That would be perfectly fine too. Or take a tricep stretch by prayer hands, with prayer hands up over your head. Elbows walked along. It's completely up to you what your body needs. So from here, we're going to take another visit to our Sphinx posture. So dropping the belly down, moving gently, forearms on the mat. Good, and just move within this Sphinx pose in a way that feels good for your body. Maybe giving your head a little rotation, one direction and the other. Be dropping the shoulders, feeling that nice stretch through the back with the movement of the shoulders. Nice. I have my little cheat sheet on the side there, so I'm glancing at that to see what comes next here. Good. So we're moving back towards tabletop. If you have blocks, go ahead and bring them close by. Make sure your strap is close by. We're going to come into seated position. Good. Maybe dropping the hands back behind us. Good. Just feeling how that feels to maybe put some weight back into your arms, back there. Good. Moving the bottom towards the heels. Just slowly dropping down, elbows drop to the mat. Good. Dropping upper back down, head drops down. Feet walk towards the glutes, the heels towards the glutes. Good. Maybe you'd like to use a block here. We're going to take a bridge pose. If you'd like to make it a restorative bridge, you can place that block under your sacrum. Then let your heels drop back to the earth once you've placed the block. Good. And maybe your arms are opened wide. So we're engaging through our feet, grounding, rooting into the earth with our feet as our hips are pushed to the sky. Good. Just looking for that little bit of stretch through the back here, through the abdominals. Breathing. You certainly do not have to use a block in this, but it helps to make it a little more of a restorative bridge so you're not using as much muscle engagement to hold that bridge of your glutes and your quads. Just kind of resting in the bridge posture. Gently dropping out of bridge pose, setting that block to the side. And bring the knees into the chest here, rocking side to side. It's moving gently between these postures. Good. And place the right foot down on the mat, bringing that left knee into the chest. If you have a strap or a scarf or anything you might like to use, a t-shirt. Take the strap around the left foot and extend that left leg long. We're looking for extend it high towards the sky. We're looking for stretch into our hamstrings on that left side. Right leg can be extended long, or the knee can be bent. Whatever feels good for you on that side. Good. Maybe engaging the right foot, the left foot, finding that flex of the foot to deepen that stretch. Noticing how your upper body feels. So we're using the strap here so we can pull that stretch, but we're letting the upper body relax. So the upper arms can relax onto the earth. Good. As we pull the stretch for the hamstrings. We're going to begin to open that left leg up. So we'll open it up just a little bit to start. So just kind of moving very slowly through that stretch for the hamstrings. As you widen that leg, let that left leg open. You'll notice stretch into your adductors, your inner thighs. Maybe using the strap to pull the foot a little closer to the face to deepen that stretch into inner thighs. We play with engaging the right leg. How does that feel if you flex your toes up towards the sky? That increases the stretch into right hip flexor. And we're gently bring that left leg across the body. So here we are now stretching into outer hip. On that left side, IT band, you should feel this down the outside of your left leg. Keeping the right glute planted on the mat. So we don't want to let our leg just fall over. We're stretching with intention here. Again, just kind of pushing into that edge of discomfort. If your right leg is on the mat, if your hips are square to the sky, you should feel that stretch a bit more through your left outer hip and IT band. going to stay with the stretch for left outer hip. Go ahead and come into supine pigeon here. So we're going to bring the left foot to the right thigh. If you want to use a block there, you can kind of prop your right foot on a block, bending that knee to deepen that stretch into left outer hip. So we're working to push the left knee open here. Maybe reaching through, grabbing that lower right leg, the back of the right leg. You can straighten that leg, just whatever your body needs here to find that stretch into outer left hip. This is different for everyone here. I notice some yoga friends who are so open in their hips and so much more so than I am. Nice. And so they maybe would want to really push that left knee open, maybe even cradle that left leg and kind of rock it like a baby. You could kind of rock back and forth here. Good, just finding the place your body needs to go to find that stretch. Find perhaps that just little edge where we're pushing just a little bit for greater flexibility. Good, more openness. Nice. So finding leg up the wall pose, stretching the legs high. Point and flex the feet here. Gentle stretch for the hamstrings. Noticing how left leg perhaps feels compared to right in this moment. I bring knees into the chest again, and then we'll just let our legs fall to the right side. Maybe reaching with the right hand for that left thigh, left arm open wide. Just finding that gentle supine twist there. What feels good for your body. Breathe in there. Bring knees back into the chest. Rocking side to side. It's time dropping the left foot to the mat, taking the strap around the right foot. Then stretching that right leg to the sky. You're extending left leg long or keeping the knee bent with the left foot planted on the mat. My right hamstrings happen to be pretty tight, so I'm going to start with that left knee bent. Good. Just finding that, a little bit of edge of discomfort, but doing what feels right for your body as we take these stretches. Feeling this into your right hamstrings. Engaging that right foot, finding that bit of flex. Your left leg is extended, you could flex your foot there as well. Increasing stretch into hip flexors on that side. I'm beginning to open that right leg. So gently moving through the stretch for hip flexors, coming into stretch for inner thighs, for inner thigh adductors on that side. Maybe using the strap to pull the foot a little closer to the face. Keeping the upper body relaxed, the jaw relaxed. Focusing the breath on the places in your lower body where you're feeling tension. And focusing in on that natural breath. On your intention, prayer, or meditation for this practice. And gently taking the strap in the left hand, we'll bring that right leg across the body. So again, looking for that stretch now through right outer hip, the IT band, where you feel that. Holding there, holding in that place. That may not be very comfortable. Again, we don't want pain, but discomfort is good. It's a good place of growth. Holding there. Breathing naturally. Allowing your body to be in a place of rest throughout the sequence. almost there. This can be challenging to stay with these postures. Our bodies, our minds at rest thank us in the end. And so now we drop that right foot to the left thigh, maybe using a block under the left foot to help bring that leg a little closer, that right leg. So pushing that right knee open. We're looking for that supine pigeon now. Maybe reaching the arms through to grab the back of that left thigh. Good. To pull that stretch a little deeper for right outer hip. Good. Just doing what your body needs, what your body allows, of finding that stretch that feels good for you. Maybe rolling out that left ankle a bit while you've got that leg lifted. Perhaps just taking a hold of that right leg and cradling it like a baby and just rocking back and forth a little bit, just working into that right outer hip. We'll again find that leg up the wall pose. So legs are lifted, arms open wide. And be moving the feet around there, pointing and flexing the toes, the feet, stretching down through the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Stretching in the way that your body needs there. And just letting the legs fall to the left side, opening the right arm wide, finding that very gentle supine twist. Maybe left hand reaches for right thigh. Right arm opens wide, gazes past the fingertips. Natural breath here. Focused intention. As we move towards our final stretches. And moving the blocks to the side, extending the legs long here. Good. We're going to take banana asana, or banana pose. So we're walking the right feet to the side of the mat. And then curling the upper body. So it's curling to that right side, maybe reaching with the right hand for the left wrist to kind of pull that left arm a little deeper into the little left side body stretch. So you should feel a nice stretch through left side body here. Should take that bit of banana pose. And we'll just walk our feet to the left side of the mat. Curl our upper body to the left side. Maybe reach with the left hand for the right twist. So now we're just curling like a banana to the left side and finding stretch. Nice side body stretch to the right side. Again, maybe breathing into the intercostal muscles of the rib cage here. Just gently deepening the breath. And now we're going to come into a relaxed, we're coming towards Shavasana, but I am going to take fish pose here, so a modified. So I'm going to use a block under my upper back and then under my head to kind of open my chest here a bit to give myself just a little curve to my back. This really helps me. My back has been hurting just from work I did and from probably sitting too much. I don't typically sit a lot, but I've been reading more and watching shows with my kids more and movies. And so I just find that I have a bit of lower back pain. So this modified fish posture is just helping me to open my back, to get that stretch through my back body and open the chest a little bit more. So you could also use a little pillow or a blanket under your back if you don't have blocks, or if the books that you have maybe at home are uncomfortable or too bulky. Just finding maybe what works for you. If you'd like that little lift for your chest, you can take that, or you can just lay flat on your mat. We'll just gently move into Shavasana here. Or whatever pose is comfortable for you. Maybe you just would like to lay flat out on your mat with maybe 5-star pose, kind of your arms out wide and your legs spread to the corners of your mat. Just breathing here. Natural breath. Noticing how your body feels now compared to when you started. Maybe a revisiting of an intention or a prayer. Again, a reminder to drink plenty of water when you're done with your practice here. Hoping this will help you in your day, help you maybe find emotional and physical place of calm. Perhaps help you sleep better after this full body stretch. We've moved past surface stretching, targeted a deeper muscular place, maybe a deeper emotional place. I know that I've just, in the last few days over the weekend, really just felt a sadness for our world, for people suffering. With all the effects of what's going on. And just over the last couple days, finding this Yin asana practice has helped me feel better. It's eased some of my anxiety and stress and sadness, and I hope it can do the same for you. When you're ready, you can begin to move out of your Shavasana. You can move to the side,